All right, so I was away for a little while, and while I was gone, a lot of my U.S. Mint purchases showed up, so we'll go through them and see what we got. Also, are you waiting for the perfect time to start stacking? I think this may be a losing game. Let's talk about that. Hi everyone, Silver Joker here. Like I said, I want to go through some of my U.S. Mint purchases that showed up and kind of stacked up on me. So we'll go through those. The U.S. Mint had some very interesting things for this year. Some very interesting offerings and releases this year. The Negro League Baseball Commemorative Coin Program, did a whole video about that. I'll leave a link in the description. You guys go check that video out. Also, I was very excited about the National Purple Heart Hall of Honor commemorative coin program, and they have a rare colorized version of their proof coin. And I'll show you guys that. I'm sure this is in one of these boxes here. And also the 2.5 ounce U.S. Marine Corps silver medal. Man, I've been anticipating this medal, this silver medal, for quite some time. 2.5 ounces of 999 fine silver. Very nice. I mean, I love the image on there. I love the obverse and the reverse. It's a beautiful commemorative silver medal. And you guys are going to take a look at that. But we're also going to talk about this idea of waiting for the right moment or the perfect moment to start stacking silver, and why I think that may be a mistake. So if you think about it right now, nothing makes sense. You know, there's uncertainty in the market. There's nervousness. People are nervous about their financial health. And all this should make things with intrinsic value, silver, gold, and the other precious metals, perform a lot better than they're doing now. Based on my understanding of the markets, it seems like when there's troubling times, when people are not real sure about their financial future, when it comes to the economy, when it comes to the money that we spend, they usually go to what's called safe haven assets, things with intrinsic value. Intrinsic value simply means that something has value simply because of what it is. Okay, so silver has value because it is silver. You can't print it, you can't create it. It's a finite amount that has to be processed and made into products that we can purchase. And so that gives it intrinsic value. And people usually flock to those safe haven assets because they're not real sure with where we're going in the future. And that's where we are right now. Demand for physical silver is at an all-time high. I mean, it moves off the shelf so quickly. So it's in great demand. And as we know, demand should cause the performance as far as price to go up. Something's in demand, the price goes up. But for some reason, it's just not happening. So the dollar is performing very well, but I think it's performing well because other currencies are not doing so well. The dollar outpaced the euro, which it hasn't done in a long time. And so I don't know a whole lot, but I do know that that's pretty significant. And so a lot of the predictions were that we should not be performing, the dollar should not be performing like it is. If you're waiting for a sign, or if you're waiting for the perfect opportunity based on spot price and market movements and those kind of things, I think you're going to be disappointed, because the true value of our physical silver is not what the market says it is. In other words, it's not spot price. You can't buy it at spot price. And if you're a savvy seller, you're not selling it at spot price. So spot price is really just a tool used for the markets for whatever reason. And there's a lot of people that have speculations about the reasons behind spot price, that manipulated number that the market uses to value physical silver. But that's not the true value. That's not the true price of your physical silver. Okay, you guys know, if you watch my videos, you understand that I believe that if it's not physical, it's not real. Physical silver, to me, provides peace of mind because it is real. It's in my possession. I can hold it. I can count it. I know where it is. I have total access. and I control access to it. Now, I'm not knocking any of the other things, the cryptos, various investments, even the SLV, the silver derivatives. I'm not even knocking those, but they're not real to me. They're candlesticks on a computer screen or they're numbers on a spreadsheet, and that's it. You can't hold them, and you don't control access to it. No matter how you look at it, you do not control access to it. You trust that the doorway that you're given is going to always be open to you. But you don't know if that's going to be the case. And that includes bank accounts and all the rest of this stuff. Now, I'm not trying to knock any of these things or try to bring negativity in something that's working for you. But my own personal opinion is I want to have something that I have immediate access to, that's in my possession, that has value beyond these manipulated prices and numbers that are floating around out there today. To me, what's going on right now that we see is the attempt by those who are in control of these numbers to make sense out of the senseless, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense right now. So I want to ask the people who are waiting, if you've decided to wait for the perfect time, the right opportunity to start buying physical silver to kind of protect your financial health or kind of protect your hard-earned wealth, I want to ask you, what are you waiting for? What are you putting your hard-earned wealth into if you're not putting it in something with intrinsic value and not a safe haven or hard asset? What are you doing with it? Because we know that the dollars are just a promise. A dollar to me, the U.S. currency to me, is a promise that the government is always going to work, that business is always going to be able to contribute to the promise that that note that you're given is, simply based on the promise that this government's always going to work. Now, it's great. The government has been working, and I know there's some argument around that. We can discuss that, but the dollars that you're using are good. Now, they are going to be inflated. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. They're being inflated, and they're going to continue to be inflated. What costs you $5 today may cost you $5.75 a year from now or 2 years from now, but it's definitely going to be inflated. What you need, since we cannot use physical silver as currency right now, we need those inflated dollars to get the things that we need. Well, physical silver, as far as I see it, gives me and you and people who stack it access to more of those inflated dollars. What's costing me this much today is going to cost me more in the future. Well, that physical bullion in the future is going to give me access to more of those inflated dollars so that I can get the things that I need. So you're locking in value by buying silver now. So by waiting for that perfect moment, you may be cutting yourself off from that access, from the access to those dollars in the future. I think you get my meaning. If you're not buying hard assets, if you're not stacking things with intrinsic value right now, then what are you doing? Are you counting those fiat dollars to be there for you when you need them? Well, they may be, but the chances are that there's going to be some hardships financially coming. We see all the signs are kind of falling in place. I could be absolutely wrong, but I'm preparing for hardships to come because I believe that they're absolutely on their way. The only thing we are certain about the future is that it is on its way. It's gonna come. And the only thing we can do right now is prepare for that. So I really wanted to make this quick video. I've been going for a little while. I wanted to come back, touch base with you guys. I got some really nice, interesting content coming up. I don't want to say what it is right now because I don't want to be preempted, but believe me, it's going to be something new that you haven't seen before. So anyway, let me just leave you with this. If you're waiting for the right moment to start buying physical silver or to continue to buy physical bullion, then I would suggest that you determine the value of your purchase based on something other than market action or spot price. Until we use physical silver as currency, we're going to need fiat dollars. Well, physical silver, like I said, will give you access to more of those dollars. I mean, look at it that way. You're going to need those dollars now. We need dollars to buy gas, to make purchases at Walmart or wherever. Until they start accepting physical bullion, we're going to need those fiat dollars. And physical silver, by buying it now, will give you access to more of those inflated dollars, which you need, which we all will need in the future. So don't get caught up in these manipulated numbers trying to decide if you're going to start stacking silver. You need to start putting your hard-earned money into something that's going to be a hard asset, that's going to be beyond the dollar, beyond the promise. You want something that is going to be the fulfillment of that promise, and physical bullion is the fulfillment of that promise. It's always been that way, and it's always going to be that way. When everything is said and done and all this stuff is over with, we will still have our physical bullion, and that's going to always have value. Anyway, that's all I want to say today. Got more great content coming, I believe. So stick around for that. Appreciate you guys stopping by, showing me the love and support that you have. And let's just keep the silver train rolling. Keep stacking. Peace.